ultimate goal for Taiwan civil government is to gain back the sovereignty from USA. All the military or the State Department or the movement so far we have based on the speculations, most of it. It's not proved or not by the State Department officials. And the State Department, we all know, is notorious for the flip and flop all the time. In Taiwan situation, there's one island nearby, very, very similar before World War I, or the under Japanese rule, Saipan. Okay, and Saipan now is already what they call a Republic of Northern Marianas or something like that.
Yeah, well, it's also under U.S. jurisdiction,
Can the there's a yes,
part of the Northern Mariana Islands, I guess, yeah. So they have a covenant. They have a covenant with the U.S. They have a basic law. They have kind of a with the U.S. So they have the U.S. passports, and then the U.S. takes care of their defense and all that stuff.
Yeah, everything is almost like a U.S.
colony.
U.S. dollar, U.S. passport, right. And there's English. Also.
Yeah, and they can speak English in the schools.
Can Taiwan, civil government, learn or maybe model from them?
Well, yeah, like I say, the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, or Guam, or one of these. That's a good model for Taiwan. But I think first, Taiwan has a lot more people, and also Taiwanese people are a lot more active. I mean, you figure in Guam it took them 50 years before they started talking about getting their basic law. You can also see these people, they can have their own territorial flag, they can have their flower, they can have their seal, they can have all these things. One thing that's very disappointing. One thing that's very disappointing so far is that despite all the work by the Taiwan independence people, there's still no international recognition that Taiwan is not a part of China. There's a recent case with the ISO. It was in the papers just these few days, and the government of Taiwan, they sued the 最高法院 or something. They said that the ISO, international standards, their name for Taiwan is Taiwan, province of China. And they said that's not right. And the ISO, they pusoli. So despite all the work, quote unquote work of the independence advocates all this time, they still haven't achieved any recognition that Taiwan is not a part of China. So for the majority of the people in the world, it may be wrong, but that's what they think. They think Taiwan's a part of China. And then you have a passport that says Republic of China. What are people supposed to think? And then I have a friend, he sells sunglasses, and I went to his warehouse, and he has all these sunglasses from Taiwan, and it says Taiwan ROC. And he said they put that on all the boxes coming out of Taiwan. They put ROC. You can't, if you change that, then sometimes you're coming through customs, and then they say, "你为什么忘了写 ROC?" And then they give you trouble. So everywhere you go, what is ROC? Republic of China. So this seems to me a big problem. This is why I say you have to have a 中间步骤. You have to have a 中途之家. If you're in 美国管辖, then 我相信全世界的人都知道 you're not part of China. You're not part of the U.S. either, but you're under the administrative authority of the U.S. You're under the dominion of the U.S. The word is dominion. You're under the dominion of the U.S., but you're not part of China. Okay, so if you could get that clarified first, I think that's a big step in telling people what is the Taiwanese identity, because I always tell them, if you want to be, these people go around saying, oh, we want to be independent. Now, Lin Zhisheng, Roger Lin, the first question he asks is, independent from who? The 国际条约并没有说你属于谁啊，你要跟谁独立。And You know, if you look back at the history of the United States, I mean, did the United States just say, I want to be independent? No, they said, I want to be independent from Great Britain. 为什么不是荷兰？为什么不是奈及利亚？为什么不是挪威啊？这个问题，我就是每次提醒那个态度，你要回去看历史，你有一些地方完全没有看懂哎。Independent from why from Great Britain？ 去看那个历史哎。So you can't just say I want to be independent from nobody. It doesn't work that way. You have to have a 对象，对不对 ？Just like 那个什么陈新宇不是以前说我要跟我爸爸什么完全切掉那个父亲跟女儿的关系，因为他说太烦了。如果你不知道你父亲是谁，你怎么切这个关系 ？You have to have a 双向 ，you have to 搞清楚你是谁啊。那 they say 哦没关系，我跟一个中国政策宣布独立。我说 no， 没有这种例子，一个这种例子都没有。所以不必发明什么新的国际法理论，都不需要，那个没有人要听的。你用现有的规范，你用惯例，什么都可以。我们这一套都是全部基于法律惯例，没有法律就叫惯例，这个就是，对不对？儿子就跟你讲说，哎，爸爸，你并没有说我在家里把什么什么打破，要打我的屁股。对啊，但是以前有别人打破这样的东西就是打屁股，所以这个是惯例嘛。不一定要明确的条文，但你有惯例，这个也可以。OK， so this is a key point. And so 如果你要跟谁宣布独立，你去欧洲这些国家，你看西班牙，你看法国，这些有一些角落，有一些小团体在闹着独立 ，OK？ 那个法国要不要给他独立？那个西班牙要不要给他独立？我告诉你，不要。那既然不要，你现在跑过来说我是 Republic of China， 你看我的护照，我是 Republic of China， 我要宣布独立。他的答案是 No， 他不可能支持，绝对不会支持。所以这条路很清楚，你要有一个中间站，你一定要有中间。你先把这个理清，你先把这个过去的历史的这个恩怨，把这些都用一些时间把它稍微冲干。很多事情要做，我们就觉得说你没有办法直接从现在模棱两可的地位直接跳到独立，那是不可能。所以我希望你碰到那些主张台湾什么独立什么，你稍微跟他们教育一下，因为到目前我们比较没有办法跟他们对话。